Are you a yes or a no person? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 219 of our BU 365-day challenge. To do one thing every day that improves us in some way. This month we're focusing on confidence. How do we be more confident? How do we believe more in ourselves? How do we interact with other human beings and situations and come out getting the results that we want? That's what this whole month is focused on. Because confidence, our level of confidence, our belief in ourselves and our ability to figure things out impacts everything that we do. So today our card was, I am a yes person, and it says, if I dwell on what I don't want, then I will get more of it. I affirm only the good in life. Now, yes person, no person, I don't think any of us are one or the other ever, but if you go about your day-to-day, notice what you predominantly do. I adopted a long time ago when my kids were little a no first policy. They would ask something, I would automatically say no, and I did it to buy myself time. There's advantages. We'll talk about the advantages of saying no, at least a handful of those, and then we'll talk about how do you stop saying yes when you really want to say no, because it's important that we're able to do that as well. So yes and no to opportunity, yes and no to experiences in our life, yes and no to anything. When we say yes to things, it's the quickest, easiest, fastest way to learn and increase our confidence by learning how to and figuring out how to do new things. If we say yes to something, we're saying yes to that one thing and no to everything else. But if we say no, we're keeping our options open for other possibilities to happen in our life. So we only want to say yes to the things that are really right for us. So what are 5 reasons to say no? I like because it reinforces my no first policy. Number 1, saying no means that you value your time, that you respect yourself, you value your time, and you know that you have to choose among priorities. Saying no can be a brave act. Sometimes we're feeling like we should say yes, and we should offer to do something, and we should help somebody move, or we should do something, but we also know that it's not a priority for us, even though we want to be helpful. We've got other things that are absolutely more important that have to get done. Saying no means you know what you want. And if you know what you want, you're always moving toward that. And we focus on what we want. Number 4, saying no means standing your ground and standing up for your boundaries, what you can and cannot do, what you will and will not accept, etc. And saying no is sometimes saying yes. Sometimes saying no, like in my case, was I would say no first, buy myself a couple of minutes, think about it, and then turn around and it started with my kids primarily. I used to say yes to everything, and then I'm like, maybe I better start differentiating and saying no. But with the kids, they would, kids want to do everything on the planet, and some things just aren't good for them. So it would buy me an opportunity to really think about the ramifications, consequences, implications of the choices that they wanted to make, and then decide if I was going to go along with it or not. My kids think I'm a pushover, though, because I always would say no, and then I'd come back a minute or 5 minutes or 10 minutes later and say, okay, you can do it if X, Y, and Z happen. Saying no allows you to be honest. It allows you to be true to yourself, and the more true and honest we are with ourselves, the higher our confidence is. It empowers us to, it empowers us. It gives us the power to take back control of our choices and decisions and emotions, etc. It means yes to others. If we say no to something, it gives other people the opportunity to participate in that experience. It leaves room for us to focus on our priorities, which is really, really critical. We always have to be focusing on and moving toward what it is that we want. And it gives others a chance to say yes. It gives other people a chance to have that opportunity. So what are some ways to stop saying yes when we really want to say no? Number 1, acknowledge that you can't do everything, right? I know it's hard to imagine, but none of us can do absolutely everything. We couldn't possibly in our lifetime do all of the things that come up that we would want to do, or take advantage of all the opportunities that come our way. So we have to have some sort of filters between what we will and will not say yes to, or what we will and will not say no to. I have learned that over the decades, I need to, if someone asks me to do something or offers me an opportunity, I have to filter it through, how does it make me feel? Is it moving me toward one of my long-term goals and objectives? And if the answer is no to either of those, or do I have time and energy to do this right now? those 3 questions I'll ask about everything that comes my way. If it says no to any of those, then I say no. I say, no, let's leave that opportunity for someone else, etc. Number 2, define your personal boundaries. It helps you to set and decide where's the line in the sand for you. What things will you say yes to because they match your goals and core values and beliefs and priorities, and what things will you say no to? I say no to a lot of things now because they just feel rotten, or they don't feel like they're making the world a better place, so I just choose not to participate. Number 3, it helps you to identify and really solidify your priorities and always be working toward them, right? Always be focusing on what we want. Number 4, practice synergy in the world. Or practice synergy at work. I don't know, that one's a weird one. Number 5, never compromise your integrity. And I had a conversation about this the other day. No matter what, we draw that line in the sand, and we should only, a lot of people don't, but I personally will only do what is on the right side of my line. I won't step over the line when it comes to integrity, legality, my morals and values, right? The things that are core and most important to me. It's easy for me to say no to those, right? And then number 7, know that you can't please everyone. I know there's lots of people that are people pleasers. I probably used to be when I was younger, but I certainly am not now and haven't been for a very long time. The only person that we're responsible for pleasing is ourselves. We have to make sure that what we're doing all the time, whether it's saying yes or saying no to things, is in our best interest. And sometimes our subconscious leads us down roads that aren't in our best interest, because it's trying to keep us in the same pattern of what's kept us safe and alive all this time. So we have to be willing to look at our priorities, look at where we are going, look at what we want to have, do, and be, and then make sure that the things we're saying yes to and the things we're saying no to match up with that and are a fit for us. So share in the comments below today, do you think you're a yes or a no person? I guess I would have to say I'm a no person. I still abide by my no first policy, but now I filter things a lot more than I did when I was younger with the kids. I filter them through the questions that I shared earlier. So that's it. Have an awesome day. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. I'm going to try to add a poll to the end of this. We'll see if it works or not. If it doesn't, I'll still see you tomorrow. Have an awesome day. Bye.